number 11. In today's video, I'll give you tutorials about how to write a story as a beginner. So, firstly, what is a story? A story is essentially an account of connected events. These events can be mentioned explicitly or implied. To be a story, the following 5 elements must be present: setting, plot, conflict, character, and theme. There's no minimum length for a story. There also isn't a maximum length. Stories are often categorized by their length, though. These are the most commonly used designations. Novel is more than 40,000 words. Novella is 17,500 to 40,000 words, and then short story is only 7,500 words or fewer. The story writing process is similar but not identical to the writing process you use for other kinds of writing. With a story, you need to make sure the 5 elements I listed above are present, and here's how to write a short story. The first step is writing a short story is coming up with an idea. If the story is an assignment, you may already have a theme, a conflict, and or other elements to work with. If not, look for inspirations. You can find inspirations anywhere: your own experience, news, stories, historical events, even just letting your mind wander down a what if rabbit hole. Once you have an idea for a story, and then you need to brainstorm, jot down all the ideas you have, including a rough outline of how the plot will progress. Let yourself play with ideas for characters, settings, plot points, and how the characters will resolve the main conflict. With the basic points down, decide on the plot of what point of view you will use. This is where the idea of narrative comes into play. Who is telling us the story, and how does that character's experience and perspective direct the narrative? Next, create an outline for your story. The story outline is similar to outlines for other kinds of writing like academic papers. Your outline is a basic framework for your story that lists its key plot points and relevant details. For a lot of writers, a story's outline is helpful in mapping out the scenes and make up the story. It's time to write. Sit down and resist the urge to edit your story as you go along. Just get all the story writing out of your system. You'll have plenty of time to edit later. Lastly, revise and edit your stories. At this stage, it can be helpful to have others read your work. If you belong to a writing group, bring your stories to them for constructive feedback. Readers are often better at catching plot holes, mischaracterizations, passages, that can be strengthened, and other aspects that just aren't working for them. And that's how you write the stories. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.